Why, hello there, adventurers! My name is Ann, and welcome to a kind of different video. If you see behind me, this is the Archives of Nethys site. Now, this is Paizo's site where they give the meat and potatoes of all of their rulebooks. This is where we can go here and freely utilize what they have. Now, if you want more lore, go buy the actual books, and I want to say a huge thank you to Paizo for doing this. I'm brand new to Pathfinder 2nd Edition. I've played a decent bit, in my opinion. First Edition, I played in a few campaigns through the DDG. Some of you may know that from some of my older live streams and videos. I also played a little bit in some other just minor servers. And I had a ton of fun. And I played a lot of First Edition. But now I'm going to be running 2nd Edition. You guys will see that within a week or so. But I wanted to make a video and talk and kind of just give you guys a tour through this site, because this makes it so easy. And how? I had a beard hair in my... Alright, we're gonna restart the recording. Restart from here. You know what, actually, I should... Alright, start here. 3, 2, get the itch done. 1. Hello, lords and ladies. My name is Zen, and welcome to another video. This one, I'm going to give you guys a little tour through the Archives of Nethys, specifically for Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Now, this is an awesome website. This is from Paizo. From my knowledge, it is from Paizo themselves. This is where there is all of the information if you want to play Pathfinder 2nd Edition. You can also roll this up for Pathfinder 1st Edition and Starfinder. We're going to be going over the 2nd Edition variant today. But I wanted to find something, and if I just search that up, there's one from No Nat Ones. This is a really good video, don't get me wrong, but it's from a year ago. J-Elf is from 9 months ago, but it's still a different site now. Icarus Games has his, but he only mentioned that. And this one just kind of talks about Nethys, the actual god. There's not a whole lot here explaining this site. And if you're new to the game, as I am, this might be a little confusing. So I took some time, I read through the site, I kind of got a general understanding, and I'm going to kind of just explain this briefly. There's a lot of self-explanatory stuff, but sometimes you can get lost in how to navigate. And I get that, because I'm the same way. But here's the Archives of the site, as I said, I have it right here. So if I just hover my mouse over in the sidebar, you can see all these different things. Your character creation, equipment, feats, game mastery, rules, settings, spell rituals, and about the archives. We're going to take this one piece at a time. So character creation. Here we have all of our ancestries. And if you ever see this little box, you can click that and look at everything right here. This is your ancestries, or your races, as they're known in 5e, and I believe also in 1st edition of Pathfinder. If I ever say 5e, I'm referring to 5th edition of Dungeons & Dragons. But you can see all of them here, as you would if I were to click Ancestries. You can see them all here. That just gives you a more picture version. But everything's right here. So this is where you get into here. Now, let's say I want to play an elf. So we're going to go over this. So, Ancestries. And I want to play an elf. So I'm going to click for more detail. And here we have some general ideals. Like that. But now, let's say I wanted to play a different variant of an elf. Well, there's versatile heritages, half-human heritages. There's also right here the elf heritages, which if I click it, as my site loads, my computer's time today. There we go. Now we can see all of the types of elves, as well as the versatile ones where you can get half and half. We're not going to get into that today because I don't understand that, but this is where you can find that. You can also find the feats here. Now, something that made me a little confused when I first saw it is right here, feats requiring Arctic Elf. I thought that meant you had to take that specific feat. No, it's just telling you that that feat is available. God, my computer is taking a sweet time today. I don't know why. But you can see this based on adapting an environment. But yeah. So, and then you have the elf feats here. And right here, it explains it a little bit. So at first level, you get an ancestry feat, and you get an additional one for every 4 levels thereafter. And it shows all of them right here. I'm not going to go over anything else here, but I wanted to kind of touch on that and show you guys that these things do exist on the site. You just sometimes have to jump through a few things, which I think for some folk, it may end up getting a little interesting. All right, so we've now looked at that. Let's go ahead and go to archetypes. This is for all the different types. So let's say I wanted to be a monk, and I want a multi-class within monk. You can see all the multi-class stuff that you have to know about, all your dedications, but everything is right here. That's archetypes. Backgrounds, everything's right here. And if it's very, very simple, this site, I do have to say. But I kind of just wanted to touch on this kind of stuff. And I wanted to make sure I brought attention to there is a bunch of stuff in the top here. And all this has a ton of information. This site is an information dump. I'll probably do a follow-up video at some point, maybe going into this stuff deeper and kind of do my best to explain it once I understand it a little bit more. And again, you can pull up this screen just by under character creation. I just clicked that. There's also your skills and equipment. Everything is right there. So let's say we go to armor. There's not a lot of armors in this game. Holy crap. But everything shows where stuff is. And the check penalty is right there. And you can sort it however you like. But you can also click on something like that, and it will give you all the information. And an armor doesn't do anything. let's click something a little better. Explorer's clothing. So let's show like this. It's just a lot of the basic stuff. Feats, again, same type of thing. You just have to kind of look through at different feats and all that kind of stuff. Again, this site is very basic to navigate, but I wanted to touch on that. This is another one that I wanted to touch on. I wanted to touch on this rules section here, because this is, in my opinion, is the most helpful spot for new players and GMs alike, or old players. So if I go to all rules, I can click on that, and I can look through the chapters, find what I need. Let's say I need something for difficulty classes. I can just pop that open, and now I can read everything. All the information is right there. And I think that's wonderful. I love how they did that. That's a core rulebook. And this is for all of the different books and stuff. Another one, under actions and activities. These symbols are... Actually, if you hover on one, it shows you. That's awesome. So you can use a reaction symbol, single action, free action. There's also 2 action stuff like readying. Let's see if we can find a 3 action symbol. I don't know if there will be one. I don't think there is. But there is also some stuff for 3 actions. And that has to do with the 3 action economy. This is not a video talking about that. If you want to know what that is, go ahead and Google the 3 action economy. Guarantee you'll find it. There's also stuff on all your conditions. But everything's right here. But then if you go to GM screen, look at this, y'all. This is so cool. This is another reason I love this. Basic actions. I can quickly reference those if I want to give some help. Icon keys if I'm unsure. Here we go. You can see single action, two action, reaction, reaction, reaction. Explains your turns real quick. But then, let's say I'm not the GM. I don't need to worry about the skills. I don't really need to worry about environment, game mastering, or any of that other stuff. I really might just need those basics. You can either click here or up here and go to the player's guide. And this explains everything. It's so cool. Like, everything shows everything, and I love this kind of stuff. So I hope maybe this can help some folk and maybe give you an idea into stuff. The stuff down here, this is kind of mainly for... The spells aren't. Those are for players as well. But this stuff kind of seems to be more for DMs. If they're using one of the preset game settings, I'm not in my campaign. I do a lot of homebrew stuff. But there's a bunch of interesting things here. So I wanted to make sure that I mentioned this and showed this off to you guys. As now I'm using it, and I kind of had to learn to navigate this site on my own, and I hope maybe this helps out. I know I didn't go very in depth, but I hope maybe this aids somebody. So hope you enjoyed. If you did, as always, leave a like, leave a comment, and if you really found this interesting or helpful, maybe subscribe. It's free to you and it helps me out a ton. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Zen from TGT Studios. Stay awesome, stay safe, and as always, stay golden, my friends. Love you guys, gals, and our binary pals. Take care.